1. Welcome back, everybody, to ACG, where we're just a couple gamers. It's your boy Smooth, and we are back with another episode. I have my co-hostess with the mostest here. I say, what's up, Hollow?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
And you know I got my man Jack in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, these two things just changed everything in Grand Gangster War. But before we get into all of these changes and why they're so detrimental to the community of the game, I'm going to let Hollow talk to you just about, I don't know, anything about the game at all. Just don't cover the topic.
Don't cover the topic?
Yeah, you can talk about anything else. You can talk about the fact you just got your Godzilla skin. You can talk about whatever.
I got the Mecha Dinosaur, and it's working out for me. Hey, I'm hitting. I was a 22 hitting 24s with that buff. You hear me? Yeah.
So what did you buy in order to get the mecha skin? Because I know it was a certain amount that you had to get. What were your favorite packs that you did get? What was worth it to you in order to get that skin?
Well, I was waiting on my last T4 troop. And I had like 19 days left, so I was buying stuff that had to do with speed ups.
Okay.
That's the pack I bought. I bought that Ekaterina, however you say her name. I bought that pack. It had a bunch of speed ups in it.
Very nice.
That was what I purchased it on, because I think at the time that I got it, I only had to spend like another $120. So I woke up Thursday morning and I did that.
Okay.
I need it. So I bought the 2000 V-coin pack, and I bought the 400 V-coin pack, and that gave me what I needed.
Very nice. Hell yeah. Okay, well, I'm just glad you got the skin. I know you were waiting. You were like, man, there's no way this thing is about to pass me by. So I'm gonna go ahead and showcase Hollow, because I know he's right next to me. Wait, where are you at?
Yeah,
where are
I
you
gotta
at?
get it.
Oh, I see you. I see you. No, I see you. Yeah, you're right next to me. There you are. Look at that. Hollow the engineer. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Top G got it. Achilles done went and got it. My mama, I know mama going to get it, because she been asking about it too much. She was like, is it permanent?
Yeah, I'm not going for any of the skins that's not permanent. None of them are nothing that's not permanent. We're going permanent or nothing at all.
Right.
So guys, we have a lot to talk about today, and we're gonna get everybody's, take on this that's in the crew, right? We're gonna get Jack's take. We're gonna get Hollow's take. Even you in the live chat, guys. I want everybody to feel like they have a say on this, and I want to hear how you guys feel about it. Okay. So first thing we're gonna talk about, guys, and you guys have seen me blow somewhere around 300,000 diamonds on the roulette wheel, right? And this is no secret. You guys watched me from day one blow a crap ton of diamonds, and how it used to be. And this is speaking strictly from server 1. I'm not sure if they made the changes all in one update or how they did it in other servers. But what I can tell you is this: when it first started, you could click this little plus sign here at the top of the screen, right? And you could convert as many diamonds as you wanted into chips. And you guys hear me say this all the time on the show. You guys hear me say early access, everything is subject to change, even in the middle of the night. So that means, for example, if you wanted to, let's say, buy the diamond pack specifically because you wanted to spend all of your diamonds on chips in order to get the legendary S gear, which, by the way, for the new players, it is the best gear in the game. Any legendary chest you see, gold legendary chest with the S on it, all right, that is a legendary S gear. That is the top of the line gear, right? So for the spenders and for the serious players, competitive players, this is what they play for, to get the top echelon gear, right? Okay, well, let's talk about it. When we first started this, I spent almost 300,000 diamonds within a couple of days just off the first biker gear, right? And I got the diamond pack. Now the diamond pack, I don't ever max it. That's crazy. It went from being able to max it with like $100 to $200, whatever, right? So if you get if you buy out the diamond pack until it's maxed out, you're guaranteed to spend $100, $200, however many dollars, right? I don't know. I don't do that. But if you were to do it, I know there's a lot of players that bought those diamond packs specifically so that you could convert your diamonds into coins. But right here, there's usually a plus sign. You can convert all your diamonds into coins, into lucky chips, I'm sorry. And this changed. So now imagine, this is early access. Imagine you go and you spend a couple $100 on diamond packs just so you could spend them on, convert them into lucky chips, and then all of a sudden you wake up and they changed it. Now you're sitting on diamonds and you don't got nothing, you don't know what you want to do with these diamonds now, but you bought them, right? So let's talk about what did change. All right, what changed here? So the first thing that they changed was they changed it to where you could only spend 15,000 diamonds. You could only convert 15,000 diamonds into 50 lucky chips. And I was like, okay, that's bogus. I don't specifically agree with this. This is, but again, they did it for a reason. There is an economy. I've done an economy video, and I'm gonna have to make another one now because everything just changed. But let's talk for a minute about the change. Okay, so they wanted to limit the amount of diamonds you could convert because I think they realized that people were buying those diamond packs and specifically spending them all on lucky chips. Now, if you spend them all on lucky chips, well, here's the thing, guys. If you click on this little box with the question mark, you're going to see that the legendary S gear, you have a 0.07% chance of even getting lucky on one of these spins. Now, for those of you that don't know math very well, 0.07 means you have less than 1% chance at getting any of these, of the legendary S gears, okay? Now, you're talking about they limited us to 50 spins. Well, you have to spin 50 times just to get lucky once, because it tells you right here, it says luck, 1 out of 50. Every time you spin, it's giving a counter. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right until you hit 50. On that 50 spin, you will get lucky, but what does that mean? Does lucky mean you're getting a legendary S gear? No. Getting lucky means you're going to get one of these legendary boxes. Okay, so that means, let's see, there's only 3 pieces of legendary S gear, so you have a 1 in 5 chance. No, I'm sorry. You have a 3 out of 5 chance of getting one of the legendary S gears after 50 spins. So either you spend 15,000 diamonds on 50 coins, so that means you're not even guaranteed to get it. So you can spend your 15,000 diamonds, but you're not guaranteed to get the legendary S gear. That is preposterous to me, spending 15,000 diamonds and you're not even guaranteed to get one. Okay? So then what happened after that? So just remember, at the time, you could convert your diamonds, but you could still buy your packs. You could still buy your packs. Now, what happened, ladies and gentlemen, is you one time a week, once a week, you can spend the 15,000 diamonds. Not 15,000 a day, once a week. So I've already done it. I've already maxed my 15,000 diamond conversion into the lucky chips. And now the new change, the newest one, because they already did this last week during the biker gear. Now that it's the bomber gear, they've changed it to where you can either buy these packs with the tokens in them, with the chips in them, or you could do the diamonds. So you gotta choose. Well, do I want to spend my V coins on these lucky chips, or do I want to spend my diamonds? Because you can't do both. That's the new change. So now they've already changed it a couple times. This is the final. I don't want to say final. They could change it again tomorrow if they really wanted to. But guys, you can only buy out these packs, which I want to say it's like maybe 50 a day, 50 chips a day. I don't know. I could probably spend the diamonds or the V coins. I don't want to. But what I will say is that you have to choose what you want carefully, guys. Do you want to convert your diamonds or do you want to spend your V coins? Because you cannot do both. Now, granted, it does reset every day, but the diamond conversion is once a week. So if you want to buy with V coins you want to spend 500 V coins or however much it is to max out your chips, do it. But I'm telling you right now, guys, there is the value of diamonds has gone down in the GGW community. I just put out a video a couple weeks ago about the GGW economy. I almost feel like the developers did it to spite me. Not really, honestly, but it's coincidental. But what I will say is that the economy has changed now. And the reason the economy has changed is because there was multiple ways to spend your diamonds in this game, to the point where diamonds were worth way more than V coins. But in particular areas now, the economy has changed where diamonds have lost value because now you can no longer convert as many of these diamonds into lucky chips as possible. But let me just for a second talk about why this is so substantial for the Grand Gangster War community. It is so substantial because people like that are in server 1, server 2, server 3, I don't even know how many servers there are. If somebody's in live chat could tell me how many servers there are anymore, I want to say there's like 10 or more. But my point is this, guys, is that the people who took advantage of before the change, that converted thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of diamonds like myself into lucky chips, I got a crap ton of biker gear. I got a crap ton of enforcer thug gear, right? I got some, but then they made the change. They made the change around the gunner gear, so I wasn't able to keep converting my diamonds. Look how many diamonds I have. Look at this, and I have more in my inbox. So listen, I don't know. I'm so my brain is scrambled eggs right now because every time I think I have this game figured out, they change something else. So what you have to ask yourself is, before they made the change, how many servers took advantage of this? How many servers have tons and tons of legendary S biker gear and legendary S thug gear, right? Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the game is subject to change. If the game is subject to change and you didn't get to take advantage of it, now you're up against these other servers that did have the chance to take advantage of it. Or maybe you just joined the game. What if you just downloaded the game? You didn't get to take advantage of any of the stuff before it was changed. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is the nature of the beast, because they're going to keep changing this. Now, we're going to talk about the Joanne enforcer, but first I want to get my co-host's opinion on this stuff. Hallow, what is your opinion on it? We got Rampage in the house. What's up, Rampage? What is your opinion on the change? And then we'll go ahead and get Jack's opinion as well.
As far as what?
What is your opinion just on the fact that they changed it where you're limited now to the amount of diamonds that you can exchange for the tokens, and how some of the other servers didn't get to take advantage of it before they changed it?
I feel like it's bogus to a high degree, because we had, the opportunity to. I think it made the game better when we was able to do that. And especially like it made the playing field even, depending on what you was spending and what you was doing. But this is grimy on the part of the devs, I believe, because they want us to keep. They came up with a perfect way to make us keep spending money. Mm-hmm. That's what they did, and it's not, to me, it's not conducive to what they're trying to do. I've been about it ever since. Like, why are you opening up so many servers so fast? It's like I don't know. It's almost like they shooting themselves in the foot. Like, I don't know if y'all trying to kill yourself, kill the game, or what. But it's not fair. And then, especially if you look at it from the standpoint of you looking at the other servers, especially the newer ones, and they had that same opportunity, or they didn't have that same opportunity. So it's like, how can we stand up to the people who did? Right. So yeah, they need to. I don't know. I think the game is, to me, even though I love it with my whole soul. It's the game is starting to look broken, and they need to fix it.
I agree 100%. Thank you for your input, Hallow. So I'm gonna let you guys know Jack is always in the back, like always. He's here. He cannot be on VC, but I'm gonna let you know what Jack said. Jack says, I honestly feel as though they're taking advantage of us at this point. It's looking more and more like a money grabber as the day goes by. And you know, I agree with Jack, because I was one of the people who advocated so hard how this game was so different than the other games that I was playing. And I have people that leave comments on my live streams all the time. Guys, some of our so you guys know, some of our videos that we did the first and second week, the new players that are joining the game are finding my older videos. I don't know if it's, I don't know how, why, I don't know if they're going to the creator video tab in the Discord and scrolling all the way back and watching my videos from the beginning, but literally some of my videos that I did the first week are going on like 500 views. That's insane. And they're all new players. These are not like people that are watching from other games. These are new players. And one of the biggest questions I keep getting is this game friendly to free to play? And I advocated for a very long time about this. Like, yes, my fiance, she plays and she's completely free to play, and she grinds the events and she has fun. But listen, I cannot keep advocating that this is a great game for free to play when even for the spenders it's going to be hard. Especially when you're going up against servers that were able to take advantage of something like this. Because this is not a small change. Not by a long shot. So I agree with Jack. I agree with Hollow. Let me see what the live chat is saying here. Rampage says, what's up, family? The game's always changing. That's the way all mobile games like this are. Spend, spend, spend. It's all a money grabber. Once people spend, the developers of these games get greedy. Listen, this could change. This could change again, right? It could get to the point where either the developers get enough complaints and they change it, or they introduce a new way to balance the system, or something, right? Like, I'm gonna remain hopeful. That's what I will say. I'm gonna remain hopeful. I'm gonna remain as calm as I possibly can, even in the face of a game changer like this, right? Because this did change everything. Not only changed it for the worst for some of the newer servers, but also changed it for our server now, where there's been multiple times where I know for sure people in my server have spent the money on diamonds, and then now they're limited, and now they're sitting on a bunch of diamonds they don't know what to do with. Well, there's very few things that you can do that are smart with your diamonds. The one that I always advocate for is what you guys already know. It's to spend it on your VIP, because at the very least, if you're spending it on VIP, guys, you're gonna benefit in the long run. But what happens if you max your VIP? Because they are bringing these diamond packs back. I know a couple people bought them because they weren't sure if they were gonna come back. Well, now they've come back, and we have less ways to spend our diamonds. So now, what if people maxed out their VIP? Now what are they doing with it? They're going to have so many diamonds, they're going to be forced to spend them on stupid stuff like upgrading your technology, or upgrading your buildings, or whatever, what have you. Let's see what Jack says. Jack, what is... Okay, let's talk about Joanne. Now, guys, this part right here, guys, is what really got under my skin. Okay? I am a connoisseur of enforcers. I have studied. You guys have seen it. You guys know it. You guys have seen it so many times on the show, where I have broke down the new enforcers and the skills, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Joanne's skills are out of this world. All right? Not only... Wait, we got to find the enforcer battle pass here. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. Not only are her skills absolutely mind-blowing when they're maxed, right? But even as a low-level skill, like even if you just had her, like, I don't know, 3-star, right? Like not mythical, but just but just a regular old 3-star, right? Her skills are that good, and we're going to talk about why. All right, but first let's talk about how expensive this new enforcer is. Now, normally, guys, this is another big change because, and I want you guys to pay attention here. The free-to-play players just got shafted, okay? Because normally how it works is when how old is our server, dude? It's going on like 2 months, right? It's got to be going on like 2 months. Jack, how old has the server been out?
7 weeks.
7 weeks.
7 weeks.
Okay, so approximately 1.5 months. All right, so for 6 weeks, how it worked was when they introduced a new enforcer, what they would do was they would put it on the new enforcer battle pass, right? Why do I keep missing it? Where the hell is it? The enforcer battle pass. Okay, here it is. So normally they would put the enforcer here, just like they have Joanne, right? And you would spend 400 V coins on it. So that's what's $20 American, okay?
$20,
yeah, $20 American. And what you would get is, instead of just getting mythical enforcer shards, right? They would have up at the top where they have Toledo, which I have no freaking clue why they put Toledo. They could have at the very least put Jim. At the very freaking least, gave us Jim. But no, they give us a beginning enforcer that nobody needs, and you get a crap ton of these already. So that's what really makes me angry, right? That's part of the reason that really made me angry. But so the free-to-plays now have no way to get Joanne at all, period. Because before you could buy the advanced battle pass with $20 American, and that would at least get you started on the brand new enforcer. You would have it. You would be like, well, it's probably going to take forever to level it up, but at least I have it. Ladies and gentlemen, do not get this advanced battle pass. Do not get it. Stand on business. Let this be the way the developers see and hear us. This is ridiculous. I refuse this. I am going to advocate against this personally. I'm going to personally write hate mail to the devs on this. This is ridiculous. It's one thing to limit the free-to-play players to leveling up the enforcer the way a spender could, but to completely keep the free-to-play players from having access to it, I got a huge problem with that. A huge problem, and we're going to talk about that. So let's talk about how expensive is Joanne. Well, Joanne's got some skills, but is she worth the money? Let's talk about how expensive she actually is, guys. All right. In order to get Joanne, you guys are going to love this. $100 to get Joanne. $100, and not only that, but there's nothing else in this pack that's attractive. 25,000 diamonds, worthless, because you can't even spend them on the roulette wheel. Worthless. Don't put diamonds in my face like this is something good. Don't do that. Right? Stop trying to cover it up. Like, if you're gonna smack me in the mouth, like at least wear rings, right? Like, don't try and cover it up. Don't smack me in the mouth and tell me you were wiping my chin. All right, so $100, guys. Well, how many times can you level up an enforcer with 100 shards? Not a lot. About
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times. You're not pushing Joanne with that. I'll tell you that right now. And then the other thing too is, how expensive is it going to be to maintain Joanne? Because you've already got a bunch of other enforcers that you're trying to work on. So is it like, do we have to look forward? Not even me, because I won't do it. I damn sure won't do it. But I'll tell you guys right now, for the people that want to spend the money on it, you can look forward to Joanne packs forever being this expensive. That's crazy to me, right?
Yeah.
So Jack says, yeah, that's spending blindly versus spending worth the money. Rampage says, honestly, if you want to be competitive, you have to spend on these games. That's all these games are. Free to play only takes you so far. It's just the truth. I mean, you have a point, Rampage. You definitely have a point. All right, so we're going to talk about the skills, but first I want to get everybody's initial opinion on the price, right? Because I feel like regardless of the skills could be out of this world, which we'll talk about why they're definitely out of this world. But Hollow, $100.
Yeah, so
$100.
yep.
What's your take?
I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but I mean the stats are insane, like you said. I mean, you're looking at 105,000 health points, over 10,000 defense, over 10,000 attack, but it's not worth a buck though. I don't think it is. I'm not gonna do it. I won't have her. If she had $100, she'll be the only one I don't have because I have all of them.
Right.
And she'll be the one that I do not have. Not for $100. I'm not doing that.
Well, this I think. Well, first of all, you're 100. I agree with you. I strongly agree with you. But what I will say is this. This is not the final enforcer. Okay? Had they sent out a mail to everybody and said, hey, everybody, this is the final enforcer. We're not going to introduce anymore. Y'all might want to spend the money on this because this is the best one. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was it,
right,
then people might feel a little bit differently about dishing out the extra money. But here's the thing. This is not the final enforcer. And if anything, this is by far probably not the best enforcer. So what does this tell us? This tells us that this is what we have to look forward to.
Yeah.
Right? They put out all the enforcers that were okay. The enforcers that we thought were good. All of a sudden, they bring out the new enforcers, and these $100 just to get it. Not to maintain it. Right. Not to level it up and all that, but just to get your foot in the door.
Just to get it.
Okay, right. So they got 5, 6, 10 more enforcers. That's another $1,000. That's $1,000 just to get the enforcers. That's right, and then wild.
Don't mind leveling them up and echeloning them and all of that.
Right, yeah. Bro. Like, so this is what we got to look forward to. This is going to make even the spenders go, huh? What?
Yeah, because that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
Jack says it used to be spend to be strong quickly, but you cannot spend and get it slowly. Now it's spend a crazy load to get something that the free-to-plays can never get. That's wild. You're right, Jack. Rampage says, with what y'all talking about reminds me of Mobile Strike back in the day. The devs killed it. People tried to sue but lost because the game is an app. Purchase players went on strike. The game is beta. Listen, I'm telling you, this is gonna put a bad taste in even the spenders' mouths. All right. So let's talk about why they're charging $100, and then we'll talk about does the price meet the benefits, right? All right. So Joanne has something here that we have not seen. Field battle. She excels in single troop combat. Now this is what I've been waiting for. I'll be honest with you. This is the type of enforcer I've been waiting for, because some players don't understand yet, even though I've made many videos on it, that you need to pair your troop type with the enforcer type. Okay? Now,
right.
You should also be pairing all of the same enforcers together. So she's a bomber enforcer. So what are you going to do? You're going to pair her with the other bomber enforcers that you can also see here, right? You've got Belt, Jim. This is the perfect setup. Ideally, the perfect setup. You got a healer. You've got Belt, who's taking on a crazy amount of damage. He's like the tank. And then you have Joanne, who is a damage per second. So you got a healer, a DPS, and a tank. In any game where there's a different types of heroes and enforcers, capos, whatever you want to call them, there's always a tank in the front taking the damage, a healer in the back healing, and then a damage per second. So this is literally the ideal setup. You want Jim, you want Belt, you want Joanne together. They're going to do a crap ton of damage. But let's talk about what the field battle means. Field battle means excels in single troop combat. So that means if you have only bombers in that troop, with only bombers, she's going to massacre. You're gonna see a huge difference, even probably compared to your strongest March. Even if you have a crazy maxed out strong March, like right now, I have a crazy March. I'll show you guys really quick, okay? And this is what I mean when I say you're gonna see changes when you put these types of troops together, okay? What you guys are gonna see here is my first March is at 2 million power. I have so much legendary S gear on all of my bikers. They're maxed out, guys. This should by far be my strongest March, but it's not. It's not. My strongest March right now is Tuco, Daniel, and Maeda, right? I have all of them together, and they're doing crazy amount of damage. They have less legendary biker gear, or I'm sorry, they have less legendary gear on them, S gear, and they're still stronger. So imagine now I stick Jim and Joanne and Belt together as my bomber setup. You're talking about like dude, you're talking about a stupid amount of damage. Stupid amount of damage. But we're not done talking about this, okay? So let's look at her skills. Her first skill is called Truth Unveiled. All right, Joanne's basic attacks will prioritize the opposite target when she's passive. So she's going to focus the opposite target, even like not even directly, but all of her passive skills are still going to prioritize that opposite target. So if you're talking about having her, let's look really quick, guys. If you click battle down at the bottom and you go to group arena, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, okay? I haven't done it, so this is a perfect time to show you guys. Okay, so the problem I was having when I was fighting Godfather was he had Jim in the back. Now, Jim is a healer, right? And the reason why I was having such a hard time beating Godfather, not because he had better marches than me, because the way he had his healer in the back, healing everybody in the front and around him. So his Tuco, his Renee, his Kelly, all of these marches around him were catching heals from Jim. So you ask yourself, how do you focus on the healer? How do you focus a direct target so that way you can knock that target? I couldn't figure it out. Well, it got to the point where I finally figured out Oleg, he does airstrikes, and he sets up gun turrets in the back. If I set him up directly across from Jim, even though his skill doesn't say, like Joanne's, that it will specifically target somebody across from him, I could see it happen, play out. So I figured it out, I set Oleg up, and I realized his airstrikes and his turrets were going to focus on Jim as long as Jim stayed where he was at, because Jim stays in the back, right? Okay, so what does this mean for Joanne? That means Joanne is so dangerous, ladies and gentlemen, that even her main attacks are not the problem. Her passive attacks. And we're going to talk about her passive skills, okay? Because it says Joanne's basic attacks will prioritize the opposite targets when she is passive. That's crazy. All right, so using this actively will also prioritize the opposite target, causing up to 700% damage, dude. What the hell? If this attack is a critical hit, this is crazy, dude. It immediately strikes a random target once more, up to 2 times. Bro, if you guys have ever played Street Fighter, like that's what this chick is about to do. And then not only is she doing it with up to 700% damage, but if she gets a critical, it's now going to strike another target up to 2 more times. That is literally overkill. All right, but let's talk about it. So it does cost a lot of rage, but it says inflict 2 stages of direct damage. This is the same skill, by the way. Inflict 2 stages of direct damage, damage rate 180% on the troop target. Simultaneously reduces the target's vitality by 15%, lasting up to 60 seconds. So you can get that damage up to 180%, and then the overall HP reduction of the target hit is 15%. Bro, just that one skill alone makes me hate this enforcer so much. Alright, let's talk about her second skill. It's called Strong Composure. Now, this is the passive skill. Remember what we just talked about, right? What does it say here? It says Joanne's opposite All right, wait, where is it? Joanne's basic attacks will prioritize the opposite target when she's passive. Passive. All right, so let's talk about the passive skills. Throws a flash grenade into the air and detonates it, causing 400% damage to the enemy within a certain range below, dispelling the target's buff effect. Are you kidding me? She debuffs the target. So that means, let's say somebody had a legendary S gear on, or activated a vest buff, or what, all of the buffs that you can activate in this game. Let's say you have a city skin equipped that's giving you a buff, right? All of these buffs. It throws a flash grenade in the air, detonates, causing 400% damage within a certain range. It doesn't even specify. It doesn't even specify, so the range could be anywhere. It could be random. And it dispels the target's buffs. Bro, that is a game changer, guys. You just took the strongest player and made him curl up like a shrimp. Like a child.
Right.
He's naked now. That's crazy, and you can get that damage increased to 400%. Let's talk about the passive skill. When the troop led by this unit is composed of single troop type, this is what it was saying up at the top of Joanne's thing about it's a single troop type. So if you have all bombs, you can deal 10% extra damage. That's a passive skill. That is all the time, literally all the time. Just because you have all bombs. So, dude, I'm telling you, bombers just became, they went from not being very powerful to being some of the most, if you have Joanne, and you have a healer, and you have Belt, you just became OP. Literally just became OP overnight. Alright, let's talk about skill number 3. It's called War Correspondent. Passive skill. Every 2 seconds increases critical hit rate by 5%, stacking up to 10 times. What in God's creation does this mean? That means every 2 seconds, your critical hit rate goes up by 5, stacking up to 10 times. That is a 50% critical hit rate, bro. Oh my God. If the displacement occurs, the stack count is halved. That's still a 25% critical hit rate, bro. That is unbelievable. Dude, I can't. Like, this enforcer is wild. The bombers of this troop gain a 50% attack. That's the Bro, I am like, yo, listen.
But it still ain't worth $100.
Say what?
It still ain't worth $100.
Right. Well, hold on. We're almost done. We got one more. This is the last one. This is her personal passive skill, no holding back. When the health drops below 50%, increases damage by 25%, and the enemy in the back row with the least amount of HP is targeted. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys understood what I just said. When the health of Joanne gets below 50%, it increases the damage by 25%. But didn't we just look at the last skill that says the damage is increased by 50%? So if the damage is increased by 50%, and then her health gets below 25 or gets below 50%, that she boosts it to 25, that is a plus 75% attack. Bro, they might as well have just said she has 100% attack, like increased. Because that's what we're stacking up against. So now she has increased the attack by 75% and also targets the least amount of HP target. So if you're going up against this chick, not only does she have at one point or another plus 75% attack, not only is she debuffing you, not only is she reducing your health, but now she's targeting your enforcers with the least amount of health. So she's taking you out of the fight. That is a kill shot. Like, you get her to 50% health and she's kill-shotting you. Alright, and then it says you can increase that damage to 25%. The HP percentage required to trigger the effect is increased to 50%. Right? Guys, this chick, let's just call, her name is no longer War God. We're just going to call her OP. Overpowered. Okay? first, I'm going to let Hollow think on everything we just talked about. I'm going to let Jack think on it for a second. I'm going to get to the live chat. But eventually, Hollow, I want your take on these skills. What skills are too much? Which ones do you really like? We're going to talk about all of that. Same thing for you, Jack. All right, so let's see. Rampage says this game is beta, which is sad. The free-to-play can't get all the enforcers, though. It only gives you enough biker enforcers to have 3. The others, you have to mix the enforcers if you're free-to-play. Probably $500 to max her when it's on the $1,000 to have almost maxed account. Wait, what? He said when it's $1,000 to have an almost maxed account. Bro, no. Try like 10,000 or more. All right. So what are you thinking, Hollow? What's your thoughts, bro?
Okay. I love it. Like, I mean, she sounds super dope.
Right. Like, I want it too.
She sounds
right?
super dope, but it's like $100.
Mm-hmm.
We've been getting all the rest of these dope because there's other dope enforcers, right?
Right.
And we've been getting them for the sawbuck. I mean, for the dub, $20. We've been getting them. Okay, you telling me $100? I mean, like I said, I probably won't have her, at least for a minute. I mean, I'll eventually get her. You know how I am. But $100? That's odd. I don't know. It's just high. It's just high. That's all. Especially when I'm not even going to be able to use her for a minute. She's going to be an idle enforcer, and I spent $100.
Right.
Because I'm not going to be able to get her star level up, and, I'm not going to be able to get her power up. Like, it's going to take a lot of time and dedication to even get her to where she's usable for real. So, I mean, I don't know. Because, I mean, I got all, like, I probably shouldn't say this out loud on the live because people gonna hear me, but I'm gonna say it anyway. All of my mythical enforcers are stuck at 180. Every single one of them. Every single one of them are stuck at 180 because I cannot get 150 books.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a lot of books you needed. Yeah. Well, see, that's the other thing people don't take into account is you need those mythical enforcer books.
Yeah. And I can't get the books, and it's like they all stuck at 180. They got red stars. I got them starred up, but they're not. I can't echelon them to get them to be, what I need them to be.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. But it's weird. I don't know. I don't think that at the end of the day that at the price that they have it at, to me it's not going to be worth it for a minute. It's not.
I'm glad I got your take on that, and you're absolutely right, bro. And I feel you, and I feel what you're saying, because I'm right there with you. Jack says all 3 bombers, mythical enforcers are OP. Jim and Belt got us excited, and then this one is the icing on the cake. You need to. Jack says, you need to invest even more money for the echelon books. So you can only take these enforcers, but so high without investing, or you're just waiting a light year. Rampage says let's see. Rampage says $100 for the new enforcer, but it's not enough to max her, right? The books are hard enough to get. Yeah, you're right, Rampage, 100%. But guys, this game is forever changing. I talk about it all the time. I tell you guys, whatever it is that you feel like is going good in the game, just know it's subject to change literally overnight, right? So if you guys got to take advantage of the converting the diamonds for the roulette machine like I did in the beginning, consider yourself lucky. And if you guys missed out on it, listen, I feel bad. I wish you guys didn't have to, deal with the change like that, or I'm sad you guys didn't get to take advantage of it. And for those of you who are big fat spenders and you guys really took advantage of it and you guys got tons of legendary S gear, hey, I tip my hat to you guys. You guys took advantage of it when you did. So if you guys are seeing stuff in the game that seems like it's too good to be true, it probably is. Take advantage of it while you can. As far as, them charging $100 just to get a new enforcer, the only way that we can really make a change and we can really let the devs know how we feel is to stand together on this. We could start a petition about it. We can do stuff about it. But the only way to make changes, and I'm speaking on experience here, is they have to hear us. And the only way they're going to hear us is if we all scream at one time. If we're all screaming separately, we're not making enough noise. But if we all scream at the same time, we can make a difference. All right? I'm not saying it's going to change anything. What I'm saying is that we have a way better chance of things actually getting changed and them actually listening to us. Now, again, this could change. This might be a one-off. If we make enough noise, they might hear us and they might go, oh, okay, well, I don't know, guys. All I know is I'm here to make sure that you guys know about the changes, especially because we are in server 1. So a lot of times server 1, me being in server 1 is a double-edged sword, right? Whereas it's great because we get things first, but also we're gonna get things, and if it's not good or if it doesn't work, they're gonna change it, and they're gonna change it on us, and then you guys will get the better version, right? There's been a lot of bugs that we got when the game first started, which I'm sure these newer servers did not get. So yeah, that's why I feel blessed to be in server 1, because I landed the most amazing alliance. I have the best guys. It's nothing against you guys or anything in any other server, but it's BMF for life, Blood Money family. I just got the best members, guys. I really do. I got lucky. But at the same time, I also feel blessed because I get to give you guys all this information first. So what you guys need to take away from what I just did, if you guys are coming in now or coming in late, $100 on the Joanne Enforcer. I'm not doing it. I know a lot of other players that aren't going to do it. If you do it, hey, that's fine. But if you guys want to stand with us on this, I'm going to come up with something so that we can all work together and let the developers know how we feel about this. Unbelievable, unexcusable. We're not standing for it, right? The other thing, guys, is the hot deals, the Enforcer Battle Pass. Do not get it. Do not get it. Don't get it. I'm not getting it. Don't get it. If you did get it, that's great. But they put Talita on the Advanced Battle Pass, an Enforcer that came out a month and a half ago, an Enforcer that almost everybody already has maxed, even in the newer servers. This is unexcusable, unacceptable. All right. So number one, I say don't get it because Joanne's not on it, and they false advertised. They false advertised Joanne to be on the Battle Pass when she's not. That's number one. And number two, don't, guys. We need to stand together on this. Do not get Joanne. Do not get the Advanced Battle Pass. Send in tickets. Send in tickets from in-game, not in the Discord, in-game. Let them know we're not standing for this. We're not doing it. All right? But listen, my name is Grim. I'm here with my co-host, Jack, my co-host, Hollow, and we are ACG. It's my pleasure to bring you guys this content. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned a lot. And we have another one popping off in about 3.5 hours at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about my fiance's account. She's taken the game very seriously. She has been playing completely free to play. Nothing has been purchased at all on her account. So we're going to explain to you guys, some of her big improvements, some of her big upgrades, how she's managed to survive so far being completely free to play, what she enjoys about the game, what she doesn't. We're going to talk about all of that here in about 3.5 hours. So hope you guys enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you guys get notified absolutely every single time we go live. Thank you so much to my co-hosts. All you guys are amazing. Until next time, GGW community. Peace.
Okay. We done? I got a question.
Yo, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We got to give it about 30 seconds to catch up. Because it's got that lag.
Gotcha.
Bro, I'm pissed about this, bro.